Alright, so what's up everybody out there? How y'all doing? I am here, Artist of Strong Style. Alright. You saw the true-draco deck I did, right? And that was for whatever I had, right? No, this time it's gonna be, I'll show you the real true-draco deck I made. This is the pure one now. My actual true-draco monarch deck I created. So yeah, you'll see how this is completely way different than the one you saw. The one you saw is just for what I had. I just, whatever cards I had to make the true-draco. This now is the actual true-draco deck that I made. And I'm willing to play. So, you'll see how completely way different it is than the one you saw. So let's count this as part 2. So, this is the actual real true-draco monarch I made. So, further ado, here we go. I went with one masterpiece. Now, it's 2 masterpieces. Remember, they can be tributed by attributing your continuous magic or trap cards as your tribute. So, masterpieces by 2. You can tribute a monster if you want. But you can go double sending away magic and trap of continuous from your field, spell trap card zone, and count that as your tribute. During a player's turn, quick effect, banish away one of your continuous magic or trap cards in your graveyard. Destroy one monster. Destroy one card on the field. Now I don't know why this got banned. I mean, like, what was the point to this? Because yeah, it's targeting, even if you did. But Masterpiece could be stopped easily, straight like that, from, your Ash Blossom, the Evict Veiler, Infinite Permanence, stopping the effect, right? Now, when I started playing this deck, I was using 2. Then I went to 1 because this got banned, and I just kept 1 because I never knew if this card would come back. So then, I went back to my old method of now I'm using 2 masterpieces. I was using a bit of money, so I went to, alright, what if I did a trade? So I had a good friend of mine that I met, he plays cards too, and he had an extra masterpiece. I asked, can you give me your masterpiece instead of buying it? So the good trade was, he did with me, is if I gave him one of my Mega Caiuses. Now I have like 6 of them, so it didn't really matter to me. So yeah, I got back, and now I'm using 2 masterpieces. You'll see how completely this is different now. So 2 masterpieces is now. You're still gonna go with the three Draco Fighters. Whenever a card effect is activated from your opponent on either player's turn, when your opponent activates a card or effect, so even activate a card, they just play something. I can activate the effect to get a trap card of a true-draco. Get it to your put it to your get a trap card from your true-draco trap card from your deck, add it to your hand, or automatically play it. True-draco. I was going 3. Now I went to 2. Ignis Heat. See, it's 2 now, not 3. Anytime a card is played or effect is played, either player's turn, search for your magic card of a true-draco. So yeah, it's not 3 anymore. I put it to 2. Maiden, I'll still go with 2. Card is played or effect is activated, search for a monster. Monster, magic card, trap card. You have your 3 right there. Only monsters. That's it. Little lineup right there. Okay. Now we'll go with the magic cards. Now you'll see how this is completely way different. Diagram, okay. The field spell for true-dracos. All true-draco or true king, which is most likely, yeah, true-dracos. are on the field, gain 300 attack points. Each time, each tributed monster, true-draco, or true-king, but let's just call it true-draco, monster will be destroyed by battle each turn. It is not destroyed. Once per turn, you can destroy one other card that you control or in your hand. Destroy it, so most like in your hand, send it to the graveyard. And search for a true-draco monster. The field spell. This went banned, it went to 1, now it's at 3. So now you'll see how different this is. And yeah, the one I did before, there was no diagram. See? You'll see how different this is. So 3 diagram, okay. Draco Awakening. Okay, you see how this is different now. This is a new card that came out for the True Dracos. Continuous spell card. Whenever this card is activated, you search for a True Draco. This is a rotor, reinforcing the army. Like we know, reinforcing the army, get your warrior, right? Draco Awakening, the same thing. Get a True Draco monster. Get it to your hand. Draco Awakening. Here's the other cool thing about Draco Awakening. If this card is in your hand, place it in your spell and trap card zone. If it's in your spell and trap card zone, if a face-up True Draco or True King monsters you control is destroyed by battle or by card effects, you can send that monster, put it to your spell and trap card zone, and count it as your spell as a face-up card that you have on the field. Get it? Put it to your spell and trap card zone as a face-up. That's what's interesting about this card. And it's a new one that came out for the True Dracos. I was using 2. Now it's 3 True Draco Heritage. Continuous spell card. When it comes to your turn, anytime a True Draco will be sent to the graveyard while you have this card in your on the field and it is activated first, draw that many cards. Now when a True Draco Heritage, this spell card is sent to the graveyard, pop a magic or trap on the field. This is what happens when a spell card is gone. And then 2 Disciples. When this card is activated, so when activated, if you have 3 True Dracos cards in your graveyard, get those right back to your deck, shuffle, draw 1 card. Same thing. When gone, destroy a magic or trap on the field. Now, Draco Awakening does not have that effect if it's gone. So just know that. Draco Awakening does not have the effect if it's gone. Destroy a magic or trap on the field. True Awakening doesn't have it. Domain. Yes. It's not 3 anymore. I put it to 1. 1 domain of the True Monarchs. While you control a tributed monster and you have domain on the field, your opponent cannot play from their extra deck. Only 1 domain now, not 3. Whenever I declare an attack, my monsters declare an attack, and I have domain on the field, it'll boost up to 800 attack points more. You can count. I'll count it. As long as you're doing the double tribute. This counts for Masterpiece, not the others. I can go tribute and tribute one of my spell and trap cards or monster cards, or even if I did Stormforth. Double tribute. Add domain as one of my tributes. I can only do it for Masterpiece. So yeah, just 1 now, okay? See, this is going to be different. Still the 3 Pantheism. Send away a magic and Pantheism, or a trap card, whatever it is of a monarch. Send those two away. Draw 2 cards. 1 Stormforth, not 3. Because you're not using that many monsters in here. 1 Stormforth, not 3. If I had more monsters, I would have gone 2 or 3 Stormforth. This one, it's only 1 Stormforth. And then Terraforming. Hopefully you can... Because the thing is, you're not using Tenacity. Hopefully you can get your Domain or Diagram. Domain. Pot of Duality. You're not special summoning. Reveal your 3. Hopefully you can get something. Trap cards now. Draco Apocalypse. Now when a trap card is sent away, destroy a monster on the field. Target a monster, destroy it. 2 effects true-draco Apocalypse does. 1, I can tribute on my opponent's turn. As long as I'm tributing to play a tributed true-draco, which I am, I can tribute on my opponent's turn. Second, alright, so second, I can tribute one other. I can tribute my monsters, one of my monsters. The current attack of all my... Okay, so my opponent's monsters will lose attack by 100 for the level of what they are or rank. Lose 100, it's current. What I thought was, it was at the end phase. No, it's current. They lose it permanently. That's what true-draco Apocalypse is. I was using 1. Now it's 2 True King's Return. This is the only little thing you're going to be doing in special summoning. 2 effects. 1. During either player's turn, end phase, special summon a true-draco if I have one in my graveyard. A true-draco monster. Second, and I'm starting to get the hang of now using this completely correctly, it also has the effect of I can tribute on my opponent's turn. The only difference is Apocalypse, you can tribute one of your monsters, they lose the current attack. True King's Return can just bring one from your graveyard. In defense position, effects negated until the next turn. I can tribute on my opponent's turn. I did not recognize that until I started playing this correctly. And then this is also a trap card. So, sent away, pop a destroy a monster. So, and my lineup is I'm going 3 Draco Apocalypse, 2 True King's Return. So then, Monarchs Erupt. This is like Domain, sort of like Domain. Activate this card only when you have no cards in your extra deck, which you don't. And you control a tributed monster. Negate the effects of all face-up cards on the field, except tributed monsters, during your end phase. So effects are negated, and if your tributed monster is gone, this card is gone. So hopefully you got some draw power right there with Pantheism. Now some tech cards. And you did see them, but I'm just showing you once again. There can only be one. Continuous trap card. Each player can only control 1 monster of each type. If a player controls 2 or more monsters of the same type, they must send some to the graveyard, so that they only control 1 monster of that type. Me, it's just worms. And I don't have that many monsters in here. So most likely, I would only have one monster on the field. Look at what you're going against. Most decks, they're going to be using 2 different kinds. Maybe just one. If you're going against Blue Eyes, that's pretty much all dragon. But remember, they can only control 1. They cannot control more. It's 1. If they already played their Link, their little Link monster, that's it. They can't play anything else. There can only be 1. You want to play your Link? Go ahead, play your Link. That's the only monster you can have out. So sometimes this is like my backup play. Hopefully I can have that out and maybe in... Okay, so I got no monsters out, but there can only be 1. Hopefully that's like my only thing I'm going to deal with. There can only be 1. You're only going to deal with 1 monster. Lose 1 turn. Activate this card only if you control no special summon monsters, which you don't. All monsters your opponent has that are special summoned negate its effects, and if it's a monster that is special summoned that has an effect, switch it to defense mode. This is like my backup play right here. There can only be 1 and lose 1 turn, switch. Here's the thing. Lose 1 turn is on your opponent. It's not on you. There can only be 1 is on you. But your effects are not negated. It negates my opponent's effects. Lose 1 turn and there can only be 1. Imagine this. Fine. You can only deal with 1 monster, but I'm sure that's a special summon monster. There can only be 1. There's only 1 monster, right? Lose 1 turn, it must be switched, effects negated. If I can pull this off and I have no monsters out, this is like my backup right here. If I can pull it off. Straight like that. And then, here we go. Apothelis, the Swamp Deity. This is from the Odeon deck. Now, continuous trap card. During the main phase, special summon this card as a normal summon monster with a 2000 attack and 22 defense. This card also is still a trap card. So, switch it as a monster. The other effect. You can negate the effect of all face-up cards your opponent controls up to the number of other continuous trap cards that you have on the field. So imagine you're building up, making those trap cards. These count. Negate, 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 negate. You have so many negations you can do. You see how different this is now? Okay. Draco Awakening. These can be searchable. I even looked it up on the computer. Just because this is not called Draco, is it still possible to search for it? It is. So let's say Ignis Heat. You want to play it automatically? Go ahead, be my guest. Play it automatically. Or get it to your hand. True Awakening, yeah. Alright, fine. Activate. Now search for your true-draco. Diagram. Okay, get rid of one of your cards that's in your hand, right? Okay, I'll get rid of it. Now it's in your graveyard. And if I did that, I'll search for my true-draco, remove this from play, and activate the effect. Look at this now. This is completely way different. This is my actual way of the true-draco deck. Now lose 1 turn and there can only be 1. There are other kind of trap cards as well. There's Anti-Spell Fragments. There's Rivalry of the Warlords. Yeah, a lot of trap cards. But for me, I'm using, there can only be one and lose one turn. So I'll give you a test hands of now how this deck is. And you'll see that, yeah, you saw. It's completely way different than the one I showed you. The one I showed you, as I'm saying once again, it was for what I had. Now the one I'm showing you, let's count in part 2, like I said, of how my real true-draco deck is. So yeah, I can say this time, yeah, I did go to a store, bought the cards, I used a bit of money. I know Masterpiece is cheap, but I'm like, oh, forget it, I'm not going to use so much money, but I had a friend over there, how about we trade? Fine, I'll get my second Masterpiece, and now since I have 2, I will go back to playing 2. This is my true-draco monarch deck. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll show you a video of how this deck is played now. I'll be speaking to y'all later. Peace.